Happy New Year. Welcome to the first edition of Hot Jobs with Higher Military here with us today. We hope you all had a wonderful holiday season and you are back at it even with a bang today. It's really lovely to see you and we are so glad that you have joined us today. If you are new, welcome. Let me share a little bit about the format of Hot Jobs here with us. We spend 30 minutes with you every single week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, sharing our most recent direct hire job opportunities, so permanent jobs that we are recruiting for at the moment, SkillBridge internship opportunities that we have been asked to recruit for, and also we give up a bit of time really to be able to answer any questions that you have with regard to the transition or the job search journey. So let's start with that right now. Good morning or good afternoon. It's still morning for me here in Alaska. But if you have any questions that you want to ask us at all, if you are just starting your job search or your transition journey and you're like, gosh, I don't even know where to start. I've got the most ridiculous of questions. I promise you they are not. Please do share them with us today, as well as sharing where you are calling in from, where you're watching us, and whether it is the SkillBridge side or the direct hire, the permanent job side that you are most interested in. We ordinarily start with the SkillBridge internship opportunities. We then move on to the permanent roles, and then we talk to you afterwards with regard to any questions that you share with us during this live. If you have any questions, like I said, to do with that transition journey, please do post them. We love this to be interactive. We love to be able to talk to you. Hey, Patricia, oh my gosh, you are calling in. You're watching in from Clay Caserne. It's an awful lot later over there in Germany right now. Lakeisha in Eglin, Anita in Virginia. Gosh, there's so many people joining us. Leah in Los Angeles. I bet it's a lot warmer and a lot brighter than I have it here in Alaska right now. If we haven't met before, let me make a quick introduction. My name is Lucy Robinson. I am the Senior Director here at Higher Military. Everybody within Higher Military is either a veteran or a military spouse, and I firmly fall on the military spouse side. My husband is active duty Air Force, and we are currently stationed in the interior of Alaska. And I've mentioned that a couple of times, where the sun still hasn't risen this morning at, where are we now, 10:02. And it's just a balmy negative 23 degrees today, but it is warming up apparently. We are going to get into the positive figures today. Chan, great to see you there at Fort Liberty. Martin in San Diego, Eric in South Carolina. So great to have you along for the ride. If you are an OG and you've attended 1, 2, 3, many of these before, you know how the script goes. But really, we want to ask you, we're looking to change it up for 2024. We're looking to freshen up the format a little bit. So if there is something that you think that we are missing, if there is something that you really would like us to cover on a weekly basis, please don't be shy. Please share that information with us, because we really do come along to give you what you are looking for. And if you are not familiar, we are here for the whole of the veteran community. Naturally, SkillBridge internships do only apply to those who are transitioning from active duty, but our permanent jobs are open to all of those who are within our military demographic. So if you're a spouse, a dependent, a veteran, or a transitioning service member, we are here for you. We effectively are a staffing agency here in corporate USA that supports organizations who really want to hire from the military demographic, the military population. So we make those introductions. That is what we do. On the event today, there are a few hot links, so let me draw your attention to them. Just as I do that, Carol is listening in from Norway. Oh my gosh, welcome, Carol. Are you watching from Stavanger? Really great to have you here today. So the first one I wanted to share with you is, if you are familiar, Mike Quinn, our CEO, works with the USO Transitions team on a monthly basis, and he teaches a class called Mastering LinkedIn and Building a Personal Brand. So effectively training and teaching you, coaching you on really how to utilize and manipulate LinkedIn for your own career journey, your transition journey, and really how to manipulate it to the best possible way for you and what you're looking to achieve. That is on January the 18th, and it is at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely one for the calendar. If you go to the USO Transitions website, the link is up there. You do need to register. They do send you a Zoom link, so definitely do that. I go along to most of them because I always learn something new. And I say that living my life here on LinkedIn, and this is episode of 138. So we've been doing this for nearly 3 years, and I still learn something new. Also, there are a couple of pieces of educational resources that we created for you. One is how to target your resume. If you haven't taken a look at it, if you haven't heard of it, if you haven't read it, go to our website, hiremilitary.us. At the very top, there's a resources section. Look for job seeker resources, and in there you will find how to target your resume. You may be familiar, you may know of that phrase already, but you may not know actually what to do or how to do it. And what we've done is we've broken it down from a recruiter's perspective, how to take a job description, how to get your resume, and how to put the two together to make a really competitive application to submit. So I would love you to take a look at that first and foremost. The second is if you don't have time to go to Mike's LinkedIn class, we have a great piece there on how to build an effective LinkedIn profile. It's a great Cliff's Notes for just checking off the main points and knowing really what you need to cover off as you utilize this platform. So many new faces today. Hey, Charles from Memphis. Great to see you. Farron, lovely to see you too. Who else have we got? Christopher, also in from Germany. I always pick the Germany ones out because we spent 9 years there. So it's great to see you today. Have you joined our talent pool? That is a question I want to ask you today, and most likely the answer is no. Let me share a little bit more about it. As we go through the roles today, there may not be something that is relevant to you or relevant to your skill set or what you're looking to do post-active duty or in your next role. And we get that. We really try and identify and find roles that fit everybody, but we're going to miss somebody out. We always will do. And, week in, week out, our roles and the industries change. So what we would love you to do is join our talent pool. There is a button on our homepage on hiremilitary.us. You join the talent pool either on the SkillBridge side or the permanent job side. And what that means is your detail, your resume is registered in our database. And that is the first port of call for us when we take new roles. So if you say, I'm looking for a project management role in Raleigh, North Carolina, and a role like that comes up, we go to that database first of all. We connect with you. We send you the link to the role. So you would then be a proactive job seeker in that respect because you registered your detail and we know that you're out there looking for something. Equally, we do send out emails on a regular, more or less a bi-weekly basis with our newest positions. So you can take a look and think, oh, that actually interests me. Even if you haven't put those parameters in our database already, there may be something that might work for you. So I've been talking for an awful long time now. There is only 2 of us here today because we're still back, we're still in that PTO mode after the holiday. I'm going to hand over to the wonderful Kate Wood to introduce herself. Hey, Kate, over to you.
Hey, Lucy. Oh my gosh, there are so many people here today, new faces. I just have to shout out to Sora Bell. She's coming to us from Florida. So just wanted to say hi to her. It's her first time on with us today. But hello, everyone. Just a brief introduction. My name is Kate Wood. I'm the recruiting manager here at Hire Military. I'm an Army veteran, was in the Army for about 6 years. And now I'm on the military spouse side of things. Like Lucy, my husband's still active duty Army. And we're stationed overseas, actually, in Panama. So it was great to see Germany and all these other places where we have OCONUS personnel as well. But I'll be sharing all of our roles today because there's only 2 of us, both on the SkillBridge and the direct hire side. But like Lucy mentioned, please don't fret if you don't hear something specifically today. We're just giving wave tops on our newest vacancies. And we'll share more about how else you can find out positions as well. But that's me. That's who I am. I'll be back in just a second to share more.
Take myself off mute. I haven't done this for 2 weeks, slightly rusty. As we share our roles today, if something that we are talking about sounds like it could be a great fit for you, please do write the job title in the comments. And then after the event, we will come back and share the URL for the job with you. We have learned through working on this for nearly 3 years that if we try and throw that URL in while we are live, LinkedIn loves to just delete it out as soon as we hit the enter button. So rather than putting interested and us going all the way through the event and rewatching it again to see which role that you were interested in, please do put the actual job title. And I've said it twice and I'm going to say it again. If you have any questions for us at all, please do throw them in the chats. We really like to answer your questions. We really like to interact with you. We really like to give value at the end of this. So we'd love to be able to see them. And then if we don't get a chance to actually acknowledge or address them during the live, we do come back afterwards and type a little response to you. Kate, there's so many people, and I've noticed it because I've just come back. There's so many people in here from Vegas today. A shout out to Vegas. We spent Christmas there and it was wonderful, coming from -20 in Alaska over to 60, 65 degrees there. So I really wish I was there with you guys right now. I think we're going to get going. And as we do, Kate, I know that you're going to start with the SkillBridge internships, but why don't you share a little bit about what SkillBridge is and who it is available to, just to give a quick refresher. And also, as you do that, and as we start to go into that, do remember that we're going to start with the SkillBridge internships first, and then we will go on to the permanent roles afterwards. And those permanent roles are for everybody in the military community. Kate, back to you.
Absolutely. So like Lucy mentioned, we're starting with the DoD SkillBridge internships. And if you are or you're not familiar, just to give you a little more background on what the DoD SkillBridge program is, it is an opportunity for transitioning service members to conduct an internship during their last 180 days of their service on active duty. So to be eligible for this program, you do have to have at least 6 months left of active duty time. You have to seek approval from your commander and then be approved to start as well. While the program typically is done during your last 180 days or your 6 months of time on active duty, we typically see an average anywhere between 90 to 120 days that SkillBridge or transitioning service members are able to complete that internship. You'll also hear of this program being called the Career Skills Program if you are from the Army. So that's a little bit more about this program. And again, the 180 days is calculated from your ETS or your EAS backwards. And we really do recommend you to start looking, if you're a transitioning service member, to start looking about a year out from your ETS or your EAS date, to start looking for different internships, locations that are of interest to you, so that you can backwards plan to be able to find that internship that starts and aligns with your timeline. We partner with companies that are specifically have DoD SkillBridge internships open. But if you find an organization or you find a company that is not DoD approved, we can also partner with them to provide and facilitate your DoD SkillBridge internship as well. So what we recommend is, like we mentioned, start early, talk to your command, and kind of help yourself to plan out those steps as well in terms of your DoD SkillBridge internship. Another thing that I want to mention as well is that we always strive for a high probability of a full-time offer upon completion of the DoD SkillBridge internships that we help facilitate here. Again, it's dependent upon your success and your performance during your internship, but we are really proud to say that we have a 97% offer rate for all of the SkillBridge interns that have ever come through the higher military ecosystem. So that's something that we're really proud of and we really focus on when we partner with different clients as well. If you have specific questions about the DoD SkillBridge program, Army Career Skills program, go ahead, type those into the chat. I'll try to answer them right after this section, or we'll answer them at the end as well. So I would like to get into just a couple SkillBridge internship roles that we have available today. Again, this is just 3 of 30 plus that we have posted on our careers page. So if you don't hear of something that's of interest, please go check highmilitary.us for the full listing of our internships. The first opportunity that I want to share is an aircraft mechanic. We have these roles available in Mobile, Alabama, Pensacola, Florida, and San Antonio, Texas as well. This is a fantastic organization. They're a multi-technical aviation company. And they focus on aircraft and engine inspection, audit, aeronautical engineering, and are a leading provider of aviation maintenance and employment services. So for these roles, you will need to have one of the 3 following things: either a commercial or military experience and an A&P license within 6 months, and with 6 months of experience, or you can have completion of the VTMAE Airman Training Program, or you can have 3 years of commercial or military aircraft mechanic experience without an A&P license. So we know in the world of aviation mechanics, the A&P license is the gold standard, and that is definitely something we want to be able to facilitate here. But if you don't have that and you have this background with military aviation mechanic experience, this is a fantastic bridge for you to be able to find a role that can directly translate and launch your career into that field as well. So for these positions, we're looking for personnel that have experience on specific aircrafts. And of those I want to mention are the Boeing 700 series, the C-130, KC-135, KC-10, VC-25, and similar aircrafts as well. So if that sounds like you, just type aircraft mechanic into the chat and we'll be able to provide the direct link following the call today. The next roles I want to mention are not necessarily specific roles, but a specific company that we partner with and a multitude of roles that they bring to the military community. And that is our great partner, Masonite. And I know that we have Jake in the chat with us here today. Masonite has been a fantastic partner of Higher Military since our inception. And they have roles in several different locations: Virginia, Texas, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Florida is one as well. That's not one that we posted here, but they are a really great partner. All of the SkillBridge interns that we have placed with Masonite have received full-time offers following their internships. So not only is Masonite providing great opportunities for our military community, but they're really standing by on it being a bridge to full-time employment following your internship as well. We have a multitude of different roles with Masonite right now: human resources, production supervisor, payroll administrator, maintenance technicians, continuous improvement leaders. So if that sounds of interest to you and those locations might align for you as well, you can just type Masonite into the chat, and either myself, one of our teammates, or maybe even Jake will reach out afterwards to provide a list of the full opportunities that we have with them. We also have a hot jobs that we did, a webinar just like this, where we interviewed Jake and a member from the Masonite team that just received his full-time offer of employment as well. So if Masonite sounds at all of interest, we'll be able to share a lot of great resources to you on how you could potentially become one of their interns and hopefully a full-time permanent employee with them as well. The last internship, DoD SkillBridge internship roles I want to share today are some fantastic opportunities with a partner of ours called Texas Instruments. I could barely get that out. You've probably all heard of Texas Instruments. We all had a calculator. Mine's here somewhere that we've used, but they are one of the global leading producers of semiconductors. And as we all know, that is a very growing and bolstering industry right now. So we have two positions with Texas Instruments, an equipment technician and facilities technicians at two of their locations, both Dallas, Texas and Lehi, Utah. So a little bit of information about this company and these roles. Like Masonite, all of our interns who've completed their internships with Texas Instruments to date have been given full-time offers. So these are opportunities that will net permanent employment following your internship, a successful internship, which is really exciting. Also, we want to share that upon successful completion of the internship, you could also receive a $6,000 housing stipend as well at the end of your internship. So it's just another way that Texas Instruments is giving back to the military community. So just a little bit more information on the two roles that we have with Texas Instruments. We have the equipment technician position. This role is available in Lehi, Utah in March and October. And they also have a cohort available in August in Dallas, Texas as well. And in the equipment technician role, you'll perform preventative maintenance, equipment repairs, and equipment improvements, as well as equipment installation. And they will need about 3 to 8 years of electrical or mechanical experience for this role. We also have the facilities technician roles, and that role is available in Dallas, Texas in August. We know Texas is a very sought after state for our transitioning service members and veterans as well, so it's great to see opportunities there. And in the facilities technician role, you'll perform tasks in support of engineering and maintenance activities involving operations of the facility's semiconductor manufacturing tools. And for the facilities technician roles, you will need experience in facilities projects, managing facilities projects, and facilities sustainment as well. So if Texas Instruments, either equipment technician or facilities technician roles sound of interest to you, Lehi, Utah, Dallas, Texas, great locations, you can just type Texas Instruments into the chat and we'll be able to provide more information for you on those amazing SkillBridge internship roles. So that was a lot. Just wanted to share those SkillBridge internship opportunities for you. Again, those are for transitioning service members within your last 6 months of time on active duty. Again, if you didn't hear of something that's of interest to you and you are interested in performing a DoD SkillBridge internship or career skills program, you can go to our website, hiremilitary.us, to see all of our vacancies. And we also have a talent pool specifically for SkillBridge internships or career skills program internships as well. You can join our talent pool and we'll be able to send you more information on all of our newest SkillBridge internships as well. Okay, now we're going to dive into our direct hire or our permanent or full-time opportunities. These opportunities are for everyone from the military community, transitioning service members, veterans, and military spouses. We just want to ensure that those that are applying for these roles, you're available to start within 1 to 2 months of the timeline right now, as our employers are very eager to get people into these positions. So you need to be active and available to start relatively soon to apply for these positions. So the first role I have on the direct hire side are a couple different roles regarding audit roles with a Big Four consulting firm. So if you haven't heard of the Big Four, these are companies like Deloitte, KPMG, EY, PwC, and these positions are in support of the Army audit contract. So you will be working alongside members of the accounting firm in order to provide subject matter expertise on several different areas. So there's 3 different areas that we are currently recruiting for. We are looking for individuals that have IT audit experience. So think about Signal, people with Signal backgrounds, IT, network administrators. We are also looking for individuals with environmental disposal and liability experience, as well as those that have experience with real property in terms of understanding real property accounting standards or real property go forward processes. So we have 3 different positions open that support this contract. And if those are of interest to you, you can just type audit into the chat. These are in the DC metro area. They are available in a hybrid capacity. So it's about 2 days on site in Arlington, Virginia, and the rest of the time can be worked remotely from home. These positions are at the manager and senior manager level, and the salary range is $90,000 to $135,000, depending on experience. All right, the next position I have for our community on a direct hire capacity is a dry dock supervisor. This role is in Owensboro, Kentucky. This role is with one of our clients. They're based right on the Ohio River, and this company has been in business for a little over 100 years, so a very solid company. And they are in the business of barge building and repair of marine equipment. So for this role, it requires a strong understanding of OSHA and marine repair facility requirements, coupled with previous leadership experience. So when we heard about this position and the requirements for this role, we really do feel like this would be a fantastic fit for our Coast Guard veterans based on the experience that's needed as well. So hopefully we have some Coast Guard members in the audience today. If not, please share with anyone you know that might be a great fit for this position. For this role, you can expect a typical 5-day work week, but they sometimes do 4-day weeks as well. So there's some flexibility there for this position as well. If that's of interest to you, you can just type dry dock supervisor into the chat and we'll be able to provide the direct link following the broadcast today. I just have one more role for our audience today. The last direct hire opportunity I want to share with everyone is a DevOps system engineer. This role is located in Herndon, Virginia. Our client is a data science consulting firm that specializes in providing analytic solutions to clients in commercial and government industries. This is a cleared role, so you will require a top secret clearance, and this one does require the CI Poly as well. They will also need a bachelor's degree and 9 years of relevant experience, or you can have a master's degree with 7 years of experience, or a PhD with 4 years of experience as well. So if this position sounds like of interest to you, you can type DevOps Systems Engineer into the chat and we'll be able to reach out to you to provide more information on this role. So those were the direct hire opportunities that I had to share with you today. Those audit roles in the DC metro area, the dry dock supervisor in Kentucky, and then that DevOps systems engineer in Virginia. Again, very high level. These are just 3 of over 50 plus openings that we have on the direct hire side. So if you didn't hear of something of interest, please go to our website, hiremilitary.us. You can search all of our current openings to see the different roles that we have available. Okay, Lucy, that is all I have for today.
I appreciate that. That was an awful lot, especially when you had a little baby crying in the background. Like the consummate professional that you were, head down, carry on. No, you would never have known that you could hear that behind you. I've got a couple more opportunities that I wanted to share with you today, but just going back to the permanent roles, they are for everybody in our military community. We had a couple of questions whilst Kate was talking, if spouses were eligible to apply as well. Absolutely. As long as the role allows... I was going to say, and then somebody else asked if that you had to be a US citizen to apply for the roles. For the majority of our roles that we have, they're with corporate America. So as long as you have eligibility to work in the US, you have your green card, you are absolutely fine. We do have a couple of GovCon roles that do require nationality and citizenship, but my understanding is the ones that we have shared today do not require that. So a couple of further opportunities. If you are looking to skill bridge, and cyber is in your future, and you have no cyber experience, let me share this opportunity with you. We have a cyber training cohort organization that has a January start date as well as an April start date. This is a SkillBridge internship opportunity. So you must be a transitioning service member on your last 180 days of active duty. It's a sponsored Veterans First Workforce Development Initiative dedicated to transitioning service members. You do not need to have an IT background. In fact, if anything, they recommend and encourage no IT background. And it really will transition you into a highly skilled and high-paying IT career through an immersive 3-month learning experience. They really hope to transform our nation's veterans into America's next generation of IT professionals. And they say that only the dedication and passion to become an IT professional and the willingness to commit to a rigorous program is needed for this. So if you are interested in hearing more about this, please do put CMS cyber training in the comments, and we will send you the URL, the link for that. We work with an awesome organization called Skillstorm. And if you're not familiar, they do a lot of training previously through VetTech and now most recently through Cool. So these opportunities are for those who are on active duty right now who have access to the Cool program. So they are looking for transitioning service members for their full-time immersive tech training program through Cool funding. So you do need to have access to Cool. They have a 16-week program, and they have multiple 16-week programs. They equip you with the skills needed for successful careers in cloud, cybersecurity, or Java. Their courses start every 2 weeks, and the organization is dedicated to supporting our nation's veterans as well. They are also starting a program management course as well in the next couple of weeks. So if that is of interest to you, or if you want to hear more about that, write Skillstorm in the comments and we will drop you the landing page so that you can see all of the information on that one. We work with an organization called Veteran Service Brands, and we just absolutely love them. They are a company that provide franchise opportunities purely for veterans and their families. So founded by veteran Jack Child, Veteran Service Brands is a portfolio of veteran-focused franchise networks aimed at setting up military veterans with successful service-based business opportunities. They have 4 brands, so 4 business opportunities that you can buy into. One is called GeForce. It's a parking lot striping facility. Another is Field Ops. That's athletic field markings. Another one is Mac One. That is epoxy floors, creating and laying epoxy floors. And the other one is PaintCore, which is setting you up with your own company to provide residential and commercial painting. The opportunities are absolutely turnkey. They give you all of the detail, all of the facility, all of the support that you need. It is a home away from home because everybody is a veteran just like you. And essentially, you will be with like-minded individuals building up your own company. We absolutely adore them and everybody that works there. So definitely would recommend that if you're looking for something in that sphere for yourself. And finally, we work with another organization called Acuity International. So they provide process and tech-based critical services to government and commercial enterprises around the world. So far, we have introduced them to 4 people who have taken roles downrange. Their positions are for veterans, and they have opportunities in Iraq, Somalia, and then in Atlanta, Georgia, for want of a better place, to fulfill various positions in security, intel analysis, and medical technology. So if that sounds like, ooh, I'm kind of interested in that, I'd like to hear a little bit more, please do put Acuity, and that's ACUITY, in the comments, and we will share more information after this live. Kate, I think that's about it from us today. That is an awful lot of information for 2 people to share. Ordinarily, there's 3 or 4 of us, but we've taken it for the team literally today. So it just leaves me to say thank you for spending the first day back at work in the new year with us. It's been a blast. Kate, any thoughts?
I do have just one final thought. There were a couple people that mentioned in the comments that they are looking to hire from the military community and wanted to know how they could connect with us. You can send a direct message to myself or Lucy Robinson, and we'll provide more information about how we could potentially partner with you to be a bridge to our amazing military community and providing employment opportunities for them as well. So if there are anyone else on this chat that is interested in partnering with us in any capacity, you can direct message Lucy or myself, and we'd love to be able to connect with you. And it's just so great to see so many people starting the year off, joining us here today. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of your time and spending it with Lucy and I today.
Absolutely. And one final comment from my pal Valerie here in iOS. And hey, Valerie, I didn't even know that you knew about this, which is slightly embarrassing. Somebody actually knows me. Normally, I like to remain very anonymous on these. Thanks, Kate. It's always a pleasure spending time with you. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And we will be back at 2 p.m. Eastern Time next Tuesday, where we will be well into January. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.